Hello, folks. Just a little video blog talking about how we need mountains in our life to climb. A few days ago, I shared a quote from one of my heroes, Frederick Douglass, and it went like this. If you wish to make your son helpless, you need not cripple him with bullet or bludgeon, but simply place him beyond the reach of necessity and surround him with ease and luxury. This experiment has often been tried and has seldom failed. As a general rule, where circumstances do most for men, their men will do least for himself. And where man does least, he himself is least. His doing or not doing makes or unmakes him. Okay, so I've been thinking about that ever since then, and it's not just raising your children. What about you? What about me? What about us? What challenges, are we living in luxury and not having to put out all that we have? In the TV series Game of Thrones, the character Tyrion, played by Dinklage, says, a mind needs a book like a sword needs a whetstone. Well, I say that a spirit, a human spirit, needs a challenge like the mind needs a book. Part of the problem with today's society is that we've got it so easy. We are so rich compared to prior ages. I mean, my kids will not die from polio. They will not miss a meal. There's nothing really, we could sit back and just consume. And, if you go to certain places, there are people that basically do not produce, do not do anything but consume and put out babies. And, well, as human beings, they're just garbage. I was recently, talking with a friend, and, I've got a lot of enemies. I mean, I've got a lot of enemies. And some of them are pretty damn obsessed with me, which kind of gives me a little thrill. People like John Duvall and David Richardson, totally obsessed. And my friend pointed out that, these are just guys that part of the reason why they're so obsessed with me is that I am what they want to be, but lack the ability. I mean, both of them, John Duvall and David Richardson, they both never got up to an instructor level in any martial arts, and then created their own martial arts style of ninjutsu so they can call themselves master and give out ranks to other people that they never, earned. Whereas, me, I lived in Japan. I trained under actual masters of ninjutsu. I've published books on ninjutsu. I've got a seminar coming up, that looks like it's going to be, they're worried about enough room in the place that we're renting. There's so many people showing up. One of them basically, has never been married. The other guy's got a failed marriage behind him. I had a wife that, we met decades ago, been together, she died in my arms of cancer. She gave me 2 wonderful children. So, I am everything they want to be, but can't, really. But I didn't get here by, just sitting on my ass. I got to the highest level of language, the Japanese language, there's a test in Japan. I got the highest level that they test for. And that wasn't easy. I was mainly self-taught. My wife helped me, of course, and friends helped me. But, I had to do it on my own. And, for the last few years, since my wife got sick, I've kind of been coasting. And I kind of realized that recently. And now I'm taking an online course, and it's kicking my ass. I mean, it's really challenging. It's not a matter that I'm not smart enough to do it. It's just I don't really have that, some people just are drawn to certain things. I'm not drawn to this subject like, I am for history or something like that. And it's challenging me. But I realize that I'm growing in not just in this skill set that I'm learning, but I'm becoming a stronger person because I am frustrated. Oh boy, I am frustrated with this class. I mean, it is driving me absolutely crazy. I'm putting in so many hours just trying to understand things that other people in the class are just picking up left and right. And I remember this feeling back in Japan studying martial arts. I would seek out this one guy, Japanese, who wouldn't let me get away with anything, and frustrating as hell because he'd reverse techniques if they weren't perfect, and he just like, this is your problem. It's always like, oh, it's also just Sanche. It's like, oh God, Sanche. If I ever hear that once again, I'm going to scream. And I literally ground my teeth a few times coming back from class, but I was just too damn stupid to quit. I mean, I honestly could not live with myself if I knew that I was the type of person that would quit because things were too difficult. And that I came out better for it. And that's the feeling that I'm getting right now. And that's what they talk about now with martial arts building your spirit. It should be challenging. It should frustrate the heck out of you. But again, with our society today, we've got online courses, video courses. Oh, well, you don't want to take a 20-minute drive to class and actually have to have a teacher rub your nose in your mistakes. Just buy my DVD set. Yeah, okay. That's the type of thing now. But really, steel needs to be forged in fire, and the human spirit needs to be forged in nearly the same way. So I'm begging everyone to basically find something new, something that you're going to find difficult, something that a mountain to climb. And once you climb a mountain, you've got to find another mountain. So if you're a professional basketball player, don't do something like go get train for a marathon. If you're 350 pounds, okay, go out, start training for a marathon, commit to it. It's going to kick your ass, try to get your weight down and health up. But you're going to come out stronger in all parts of your life. If you're the basketball player I'm talking about, well, go out and get a doctorate. I knew a guy briefly. He built up a company and eventually sold it to Amazon. When he was set for life, he went out and took some of his money and bought a yacht and threw himself into being the best yachtsman he could. He could have hired a crew, but he needed a challenge, and that's the type of person that accomplishes things. And looking at John Duvall and David Richardson, of course, narcissistic personalities, and you run across a lot of them in martial arts. Ron Collins and all that. Narcissism. They don't like feeling stupid. They can't admit feeling stupid, so they never really accomplish anything. If you don't feel stupid, if you don't fall on your face, you're not growing. So that's what I want everyone to do. It's like if you're doing martial arts and it's you're pretty much coasting along, go out and find someone that's going to drive you crazy by pointing out all your mistakes. People that will demand perfection. And if it's not martial arts, it doesn't have to be martial arts. Music, build a business, learn a new skill, something. But if you don't challenge yourself, you die. There's two states for humanity. You either grow or you decline. And if you're just coasting along, you're going downhill. So that's my, go ahead and read my book, the Tengu's Essays on the Arts, and they talk about how the key from one area can transfer over to another. But if you're just staying strong in one area, it's going to actually degrade over time. So that's what I want people to do, and that's what I'm urging people to do. Go out and be frustrated, and look back on your frustration and feel pride that you didn't stop. And by that means, you will become stronger.